Hello.
Can I please take a photo
Nah,
of the girls?
no, don't be silly. It's for your footage. That's pretty. Here at the Dubbo Adventure Park. Just on a zip line. Have a crack. Pretty cool adventure park here for the kids. Lots of stuff to play on. All fenced off. Got this zigzag plank walk here. Oh, a slippery dip. It's different, granite. Slippery dip. Oh. Whee! It's pretty cool. There's been a few kids come a cropper on that. Smack the head on the bottom. Yeah, very cool. Different side of Dubbo. You got kids, good place to come, wear them out. It's just next to the Japanese gardens.
The Botanical Garden is a culturally significant meeting place in Dubbo, which is about 5 hours drive from Sydney. In these gardens, stroll along the three paths which represent the three rivers that reside in Dubbo and plants of the Wiradjuri nation. Look out for the rainbow serpent or enjoy a yarn at one of the yarning circles.
The old Dubbo train station here. Beautiful old building. Just found this, it was centenary in 1981, so it was built in 1881, the 1st of February. It's yeah, pretty old. What's that, 140, nearly 50 years old now. This is the site of the first zoo in Dubbo. I remember coming here when I was a kid. Rotary Centre. It was only native animals. There's emus and peacocks and rabbits and stuff like that. But yeah, I can remember a little zoo coming here. It closed down. It was opened in 1960, I think it was, and closed in 1984. And laws of keeping animals became a bit stricter, so it closed down and most of the animals were relocated to other zoos, including the now Western Plains Zoo here in Dubbo. So yeah, a little bit of bygone history in Victoria Park in Dubbo. There's a big old friendly cockatoo here.
Funny that I've been to Dubbo, I don't know, couldn't tell you how many times, but I've never actually been a tourist. So it's great to just actually come in here and yeah, have a look around. I am assuming that that's Bernie's fountain that he remembers when he was a kid, so it still does exist. Sadly, it's not on though. The Anzac Memorial Walk is a line of pine trees running in an eastern direction from Dubbo War Memorial in Victoria Park. The memorial consists of a paved walkway and 10 pillars with attached plaques which tell various stories of military history for Dubbo groups and individuals during the First World War. One of these was the Cooee March plaque. By the end of 1915, setbacks at Gallipoli and the realities of the First World War saw enlistments decline. It was during this dark hour in Australia's war history that a plumber and a rifle club captain from Gilgandra in Western New South Wales come up with an idea that would trigger a dramatic upturn in the recruitment figures. Despite the initial reluctance of the military authorities, Bill Hinchin's now famous Cooee March snowballed, motivating hundreds of men to join the fight. Leaving from Gilgandra with just 26 members through Dubbo, where 12 new recruits joined, the march continued to the towns and villages of the Central West before reaching Lithgow and gaining momentum as it headed over the mountains, arriving in Sydney with 263 recruits. The idea caught the imagination of the Australian public and the Cooees became national heroes, triggering further recruitment marches across Australia. The resulting boost in morale and dramatic upturn in enlistments provided much-needed reinforcements to the Anzacs. He's just found a little bird.
Either a peewee or a magpie. I think it's a peewee.
It's too big for a magpie. You all right, little fella?
He doesn't look real healthy.
Oh, he looks really thirsty.
He is.
To ring a vet or something. So we got the little bird with us. We just gave him a drink of water. We rang wires. And they want us to take care of him, but a little bit hard in a caravan. And we leave tomorrow, so just trying to find a vet. But he had a little bit to drink. He's a baby peewee. God bless him. Call him Roger. You alright, little buddy? Look at me and Dad being wildlife warriors. Saved a little bird from being eaten by a cat tonight, probably. But trying to find someone to look after him is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So we've tried wires. We're now at Western Plains Zoo trying to find, there's a 24-hour hospital, but we can't find it, or a phone number, or nothing.
Something, maybe.
So I don't know what we're going to do with this little fella. He's sitting in there, so yeah, hopefully we get in contact with somebody. So we found Arana Vets. Finally.
The little fella.
So Roger hopefully will survive and learn to fly, and off he goes.
That's it. We've done all we can.
That's it. Godspeed, Roger.
Here we are at Western Districts Cemetery, just been to visit Gran and Pop
In Dubbo.
in Dubbo, and Uncle Bill and Auntie Alice. And just had a little bit of excitement. We got back to the car and nearly stepped on a brown snake. There's a little, I don't know, 2-foot brown snake. And then, yeah, I stopped and he reared up at me and then he took off. But there was a little willy wagtail and he was squawking around Trine's head. And, yeah, then he was sort of squawking around me and then, yeah, he took off after the brown snake. So, a little bit of excitement. And yeah, they say the willy wagtails are busybodies. The Indigenous say that they're, I forget what they call them now. Gossipers.
They tell you the story.
They tell you stories and stuff like that. But that little fella, he might have just saved my life, because I was about 2 foot from this snake.
With thongs on.
With thongs on. Anyway.
We are, oh, here he is up here.
We live another day.
There he is up there.
Where? Oh yeah.
He's on the fence, but we're off to the farm.
Off to the farm.
So we actually had a pretty eventful time in Dubbo, I must say. So we found a baby bird, little peewee. We drove around for what felt like hours trying to find a vet or someone to look after the bird. We rang Wires, and Wires said, can you look after it? And we're like, well, we live in a caravan, so it's kind of not, we've got nothing to keep it in. He then said, well, can you look after it? And we said, no, not really. So anyway, we found Western Plains Zoo. They had a hospital, said it was 24 hours on the internet, so we tried ringing, couldn't get them, went out there. Thankfully, somebody came out of the gates at the zoo, and they said, no, it's not opened. Told us to go to another vet's that's 24 hours, so we tried ringing them, couldn't get them. Found the vets, nope, they're closed. So Bernie tried, rang the bell, rang the buzzer, rang, whatever. Someone finally came out. They were just leaving to go home, so we left little Roger Peewee there. And then today, when we were at the cemetery, we were coming back to the car, and a willy wagtail was sort of come over, and it's fluttering away with me, swooping me, flutter. And then I heard Bernie say a few choice words, and I said, what's wrong? And he said, I almost stepped on a brown snake. So apparently the brown snake must have been over where I was walking, and the willy wagtail was warning me. That's what I believe anyway. And then apparently he flew over to the other side, and he was doing the same thing to Bernie. So he must have been warning us that that snake was there. So Bernie nearly stood on a snake. So I just spoke to our eldest daughter, and she said, well, he's used his two lucky passes up already, because last time we were at the farm, I don't know if you've seen the episode. If not, go back and watch it. But he drove the quaddie right onto a 6-foot brown snake. So I think Bernie and brown snakes don't really mix. So I'm hoping he doesn't see one out here again. But yeah, very cool. Well, I say very cool, not really, because we could have both got bitten. But very cool that that little willy wagtail come to warn us. So yeah, be aware of snakes anytime, anywhere. Moral of that story for sure.
Tune in next time for more travel adventures of two aging Aussies. Peace be the journey.